Like Ricky Bobby?
Sarah, I can start that if you want to get mic'd up. I can just hit start. And...
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
We're good.
You look so pretty.
It's true.
Thanks. I love that jacket. So cute.
My floral jacket, really? You like it?
Yes, I love it.
Thank you.
I like want it. It's super
Oh my
cute.
gosh, thank you. I got it off
Good
of
there.
Amazon.
Good, good. Let's do it.
I've gotten the cutest things off of Amazon. Yeah, I'm always like, you know, is it gonna be really cute? Because
Liz, can you see the table? Should I move some of this stuff?
yeah, move it over your shoulder a little bit, just because it gives it that Hollywood glam.
Can you see the stuff on the table? Should I move that? It's not really organized in any special way.
You can see it in the wide shot, but otherwise,
We don't do a lot of guys.
You know.
I mean, we do a lot of makeup.
And then this one's my camera. Those two are their
I was
cameras.
gonna say, if you want to talk right at the camera, this is the one for you.
Okay.
It's the one just directly across from you. This is
They
this
basically
one.
have to be like,
Yeah,
Hello.
that's right. That's the one. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sarah will be talking to this one. Don't worry about that one. We're good.
okay, cool.
The whole time, like.
Hey, do you want me to flare? Can you see her skirt? Do you want me to flare it out a little bit?
Lewis, can you see her skirt?
Like the train, I mean? No, okay.
Chiro hair and makeup. Chiro
I usually say,
hair and
No, in the wide shot, you
if you
can.
don't mind, could you say makeup in here?
makeup
Just
and
because
hair.
we are really, we try to
Founder of
emphasize.
makeup
And
and hair.
Makeup is our first
Chiro
love.
makeup.
Chiro makeup in here, yeah.
It's every bride's dream to look their best on their wedding day. And here to share with us is founder of makeup and hair, blah, blah, blah. It's every bride's dream to look their best on their wedding day. And here to share with us is makeup and hair, Chiro Makeup, Courtney.
Hi.
Is that how you want me to say it?
Yeah, or you
Is
can
the
say
founder of makeup and hair,
or founder
Chiro.
of Chiro Makeup and Hair.
of Chiro Makeup and Hair.
Yeah.
That floats.
Your lapel, your this thing on your jacket on the left side.
Touch me.
See? There.
You are such
That's good. I think it's gonna, I think it just has a fold in it right
a
there.
lifesaver.
But it's not a big deal. I think it's okay.
Founder of Chiro Makeup and Hair. Yes?
Yes, Chiro Makeup and Hair.
Courtney, what's your last name? Long?
Long. I used to be Phillips. Now I'm Long. Been Long for about 10 years now. I said I used to be Phillips, now I'm Long. But I have been Long for about 10 years now.
Uh-huh. Do you go by Phillips Long?
I did for the longest time because everybody in the industry knew me as Phillips, but now I shortened it. It's easier to write. It's like, you've got a long married last name.
A few last names. I would be on my third, fourth marriage by now.
She's like, this would be my third or fourth marriage by now. She's like, I got a
Got
few last
11
names.
children and a baby girl. No,
Yeah,
baby
she's got,
girl.
she has, how old is your oldest? 23. And then your youngest is 7.
In 3, 2. In 3, 2. It's every bride's dream to look so magical on their wedding day. And here to share with us is Chiro Makeup and Hair, Courtney, and her beautiful, beautiful model, Anna Gray. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. How are you?
So good to have you here. So tell us right off the bat, who do we have here? What are we wearing? Tell us all about the beautiful glam that we have going on here in the
Absolutely.
studio.
Well, this is Anna Gray, and she is a very good friend of mine and a gorgeous model today. She's actually a former Sony recording artist. She's an amazing singer. You've probably heard her in the grocery store. I hear her voice all the time because she does tons of jingles all over the place. So
This is
she's-
amazing.
I know, she's amazing. So
And she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, and she's so petite. Oh my gosh, if I could be that petite. This dress is actually from Leanne's Bridal. They were so nice, and we went over there last night. We did a fitting with Anna Gray. They gave her this gorgeous dress to wear today. I absolutely love it. So with the dress, I kind of wanted to go with the kind of an old Hollywood kind of glam. That's kind of my forte, kind of what I like to do.
Yes,
And
she looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, she's stunning. I mean, with
Thank
these
you.
lights and the hair and the makeup and the dress. It's
Thank
just so
you,
beautiful.
thank you. And I absolutely love the back. So what we did with Anna Gray's hair is we actually did what I call a hot set on her. And it's kind of a quick way to get that old Hollywood glam kind of hair. She's got really thick, curly hair. And so this is a great style for any girl that's got really heavy hair. We can do a hot set on it, and it's gonna really last and hold all day long. Go ahead and turn your head just a little bit for me. The back gives you that deep kind of Veronica Lake kind of curl, that Jessica Rabbit, really, Hollywood glam look. So we absolutely love this style on her. And the curls have a lot of memory to them. So you can really run your fingers through it that night, after your wedding. The man can run his fingers through.
And then the next day, and
yep,
she's able to just last all day
she really
and all
can.
night.
Yep, she really can. So they're just gonna bounce right back. I mean, you can literally run a brush through them and it's gonna bounce right back because they have a lot of memory from doing that hot set to it. And on her makeup, I did lots of lashes. I gave her kind of a more of a mauve-y kind of pop in the eye, gave her lots of glow. We didn't do like a real heavy powder or anything because I really wanted it to be about her skin and to give her a nice glow, and just did a little pop of color on her lips. So
you just look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
I know
you.
this is a very just timeless look. I think will really look
you.
so great in pictures. Are
Yes,
there some things to
absolutely.
keep in mind when you're doing makeup?
absolutely, that's one thing that I always tell my brides is I say, you want to look like yourself on your wedding day, but you just want to be that glammed up version of yourself, and you want to feel 100% on that day, but feel like yourself. You don't want to walk down that aisle and your groom go, who the heck is that? So you definitely still want to look like yourself. And I think that just what you said, that timeless beauty is really, really important. You don't want to look back at your pictures in 50 years and say, oh my gosh, why did I do that to my hair? So if you can do something that's very timeless, I do think this is a very timeless look. And that's probably why I love that old Hollywood glam so much, because you just can't go wrong with it. I mean, it looks good on the red carpet, it looks good in a wedding, and all of our brides are red carpet ready, so.
She just looks so beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
I know you have a beautiful story. Share with us your story, how you got started with your business.
Yeah, so I have actually been doing hair and makeup for about 22 years this year.
Congratulations, 22 years.
Well, I can't believe that. I think that ages me just a little bit.
No,
but-
not at all. You have experience.
I've been
You're
doing it a long time.
seasoned.
I'm seasoned. I'm seasoned, like a seasoned singer, right? Okay, so
You know what
22
you're doing.
Yeah, I've been doing it a long time. I started out really in production and photography and all of that. So
Okay, this makes sense then.
yeah, so my background is really in production. I lived in Los Angeles for a long time. I worked for Sony Pictures. I've done a lot of celebrity, had a
You
lot
have.
of celebrity clientele. Shamira Mori Housley from The Real.
She's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did you, okay, give
She
me a
is.
little snippet of that story.
Yeah, so Tamira and I were actually on a show called Strong Medicine together.
Wow.
And I ended up being her makeup artist, and I also did all the special effects on that show as well. So
How
it was really
amazing
fun.
is that?
Yeah. So I mean, I did crazy behind the scenes special effects, making hearts beat and all of that kind of stuff too. So we were on a medical television show, so we got a lot of that crazy stuff going on as well. But Tamira and I just became like the bestest friends, and we really connected because we're both Christians. And that was just something that really connected us in Hollywood together. And so we just became like the best of friends. And she's actually my daughter's godmother. And
Oh, so you really know her.
yeah,
Oh my
we're very
gosh.
good friends.
She's your daughter's
She
godmother. I love
is,
that.
yes,
Oh my gosh,
yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and she's the who you see is who you get. I mean, she really is an amazing person. And when I started my company, which is Chiro, is the first letter to Christ in Greek. So we are a Christian-based company.
I was gonna ask you about the name. It's just so unique,
Yeah.
and it just sounds so beautiful.
Thank you so much. So yes, when we started Chiro, I wanted to have something that would just kind of speak for who I was. And being in the wedding industry, I feel like it's a good name too. So Chiro, it is the first letters of Christ in Greek. And when I shared that with Tamira that I wanted to do that, her response was, well, I have to be the face of your company then. And I was blown away because I mean, who does that, So she's been the face of my company since day one, and she's an amazing person, and I'm absolutely totally blessed to have her in my life and have her part of my company. And yeah, I love her.
And you're an amazing person. And
Well,
I
thank
well,
you.
Tell me more. Okay, so started the company. She's a part of it, you know, as the face. So
Yes.
what about the services and how you got started
Yeah.
and where you are today?
So our services, we do specialize in airbrush. That's something that we've done since day one. And I guess I probably started airbrushing, oh my goodness, it's been about 15 years since I've actually been airbrushing.
And I'm a bride. I know nothing as a bride about airbrushing. Are we talking spray tan? Are we talking
We're talking like foundation, you know, your airbrush really is gonna give you that flawless finish.
Okay.
It's gonna basically erase everything, okay? And then you're gonna be able to start from scratch. It's like this blank canvas for me to work with. So that's what I love about the airbrush. But it also feels really good.
Okay.
It feels very light if you're getting it done right. You can get it done the wrong way.
Let's hear some horror stories.
So I mean,
Let's go there.
I've of course no horror stories from here.
Not here.
But
No, but you've seen some like, oh girl.
oh yes,
That's not how we do
I've
it.
definitely
Chiro.
seen. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some horror stories out there and been told a lot of horror stories. I've had other brides come to me and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm kind of scared because I was airbrushed at this other wedding and it looked very harsh, or it felt so heavy. It was too sticky."
So is there like a technique?
There's
It's like a spray?
definitely a technique to it. It's all about how you use your hand. You're using an airbrush gun just like you would airbrushing, you know, a t-shirt or something, or
Okay.
doing an airbrush tint. But we go very light with the face, so you're not doing a real heavy spray. But there is a technique to it, and I can't tell all my trade secrets, but I do something different than a lot of people, and I actually custom blend for my brides.
All right.
So,
and
I
it's
can't.
perfected.
It is
It's your
perfected,
secret
and
sauce.
it's my secret sauce. It is definitely my secret sauce. And there's only Katie, who is like my right-hand woman, is pretty much the only one that knows my secret sauce.
I love it.
And it took her a really long time to find it out, but I mean, I had to eventually tell her.
Yes,
So-
because you're responsible for, and I'm sure with these different services that you have,
Yes.
the bridal party, perhaps the mother of the bride,
Yes, absolutely.
maybe the groom.
Oh, we've
or
done
the
it.
grooms,
We've
of course
definitely
the
done it. Yeah.
grooms. Yes.
We've done it. You know, I can tell you a story about a groom. Poor guy. I mean, he had gone and gotten a shave the morning of the wedding, and they cut his face up. Bless his heart.
Oh.
So, like last minute, the bride comes to me and she's like, "Oh my gosh, can you help my groom?" And I was like, "Girl, I got this." We went in there, we airbrushed him, and he looked amazing.
Yes,
and
you
flawless.
did.
We did it.
Save the
It was
day.
awesome.
I'm sure you have dozens of stories.
Oh my
Hundreds of
gosh,
stories.
I do. I have a lot.
Okay, let's go back to your services. So it's starting your business and adding different packages.
Yes.
You share with me off camera here the red carpet package and all
Yes.
these different that are very appealing to brides.
Yes, so we have a couple of different packages. Well, we have several different packages to choose from. You know, anywhere from, you know, our price range kind of goes from around $450 to our largest package is $1,200, but it can go up from there just depending on how many services you really want. Now, our ultimate red carpet package, which is actually it's like our biggest seller. That package is really fun because we stay with the bride. We were talking, you know, off camera earlier about the first look and stuff like that. So
Let's get into the first look. And I know we're talking about pricing. I'm glad that you're very bold with your pricing and that you're
Yes.
sharing with us your pricing. Because
Yeah,
I know brides
definitely.
they're very budget conscious. So,
yes, absolutely.
you know, the makeup that you're using and cost effectiveness and how to spread it amongst the brides and the bridal party, what goes into that?
Absolutely. Well, we use a lot of high-end products. We definitely do. I mean, we use anything from Lorac to Anastasia. We use all of the high-end stuff. And people always ask me, like, what do you use? You know, what do you love the most? Well, oh my gosh, I have so many different brands, you know, that we use.
It's
But
like trying to pick your favorite child.
it really is, because I love makeup. I mean, that's my life, you know. So when I go into a Sephora or something, I go nuts, you know. But you know, anywhere from ask me that question again. I'm sorry.
Just the services, and when you're talking about the makeup and the pricing,
Yes.
I love that you're sharing with us the pricing, because I think that as
Yes.
brides are budget conscious and they're thinking about, you know, what is the cost. I love that you shared with us, you know, kind of what the overall pricing and your services and your packages and what goes into that.
Definitely. So back to that, you know, with all of that being said, we do try to stay very budget friendly with our brides. Even though we use the higher end things, we do still try to stay competitive. We did raise our prices last year, and but you know, it hasn't affected us in a negative way. We've done really well with that. But for us to be able to use those higher end things, you know, I always tell my brides, don't skimp on your makeup artist. Like,
No.
Don't do that. I mean, you want to have somebody that really knows what they're doing, and a trial run is extremely important.
Okay, trial run. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, trial run is extremely important, and you do pay for it. And you want to pay for it. If somebody's doing a trial run for free, you probably don't want to go to that makeup artist because they're probably somebody that's trying to break into the business, you know, so you definitely want to pay, unless they're like a really good friend, you know, or something, but, you know, you definitely want to go to somebody who is charging a little bit more, and is charging for a trial run. That is very important. And we just will not, it's a very rare occasion that we will even do a wedding without doing a trial run. Because it's a really important time for us to get to know our brides.
Yes.
And I always tell my brides, I'm like, you and me, we're a team, okay? So I want to know what you love, what you don't love, and then I'm going to give you some advice, but we're really a team together. So that's what I want to build, that bond. It's all about communication. And even, you know, I mean, yes, we're artists, but a lot of it goes with our personality as well, you know, and so we want to get to know our bride and, you know, do everything and try to meet every expectation that she has for her glam squad.
I love the idea of a trial run. I think it's a great idea. You can go out to date
Yes,
night or do your engagement
absolutely.
pictures, or just to kind of know what that's going to feel like with the airbrushing and all those different services that you,
Yes.
and picking the right service for the right bride, right?
Absolutely. And you know, a lot of our brides do, they use it for an engagement session, they use it for a bridal shower, they use it for a bachelorette party and bridal portrait as well. So, and we don't mind doing that. I know some artists out there don't like doing it, you know, on the same day as the bridal portrait, but we don't mind because I like to block a lot of time. If we need to make changes and stuff before they go to do their photography, we make the changes right then and there, and they're ready to go. And you know, they kill two birds with one stone. You know, and they don't have to. That helps them with their budget as well. So.
I love it, Courtney. Okay, share with us, because you're responsible for the fashion shows and the behind the scenes.
Yes.
And all of those models. Tell me about it with the Bridal Show.
Let me tell you something about them models. No, I'm just kidding. I love my models. I absolutely love them. I have a great team of girls right now that I just adore, and we really have so much fun. I mean, of course, you know, it's all business backstage, but we have fun too. I mean, and that's what it's all about, right? So I guess this is, oh my gosh, I think this is my 4th year doing the runway.
It's amazing.
And
I've been a part of those. I mean,
Yes.
the energy is just electrifying, and those brides just look so beautiful, and you're watching them, and you're like, I want to look just like that. How do I look like that, Courtney? You do these
We do
beautiful
it,
models of
yes.
these brides, and to
We
put the
do.
brides at ease, I think is just so important. I'm sure that,
It is
you know,
very important.
there's so much going on that day, and we had talked about the first look and your opinions of the first look, because
Yeah.
who knows what happens, you know,
Yeah.
with that first look. Are they crying off their face at the
Yeah.
What is this feeling that you have for the first
Well, I
look?
think I told you, I kind of have a love-hate relationship.
Let's get
with
real,
the first-
Courtney.
The reason I have a love-hate relationship with it is because I'm really traditional. And so a lot of times I'm like, don't do the first look. I want him to see you for the first time walking down the aisle, you know?
That just expression, that moment.
I love that. And that's, you know, I mean, it's kind of cliche to say, but that's who I'm looking at as the groom when they're walking down the aisle, you know? But we do have a package that includes that. It's our ultimate red carpet package where we actually stay and do touch-ups for our bride after her first look, because it's inevitable. They're gonna cry, you know, when they see their groom for the first time. And, you know, I think it just gives them that little bit of extra confidence to know that we're there. We may not even have to really do that much of a touch-up because we are airbrushing. We're doing everything waterproof. Everything is gonna stay in place perfectly all night. But to just have somebody there to kind of just pamper you a little bit and make you calm down after that first
One
look.
last thing you do think about is being stressed about, you know, can I keep all this looking like this, right? The hair and the makeup on point. And that's what you do. So you are on site for the big day.
Yes.
Tell me about what that looks like. You run a show, so to speak.
Yes, absolutely. So we've actually, this year I've started like doing a little bit more of a timeline for our brides and kind of adding that into their packages where, you know, we kind of give them an actual timeline. Okay, tell us who all is getting your hair and makeup services. So not only are we doing the hair and makeup, we're actually putting together a timeline for them as well.
Amazing.
So that's been a great help for us as artists because we kind of know what we're getting into before we get there. And it's really helpful for them and for their event planner, photographer. You know, we have to really talk. We do a lot of talking to our brides. It's all about communication. We find out, are you doing a first look? Okay, if you're doing that first look, do we have travel time? You know, these are things that you really need to talk to your makeup artist about because it's very important. If you're getting ready in downtown Dallas and your wedding is in McKinney, I mean, we gotta know, do you have travel time, you know, in between here and there? So that way we can get your timing down perfect. And I will say, in 22 years, I have never had a bride late for her wedding.
Yes, girl. Yes.
That's right.
Never be late for that wedding. And you're keeping that all the time.
Yes, I'm like, you want me all the time.
Well, speaking of time, how long does it take to do all of this? All
Yeah,
of this?
so we usually block for bridesmaids, we usually block 30 minutes for makeup and 30 minutes for hair.
That's
and
it?
then yeah, it's quick.
You got it down.
And I mean, we're airbrushing, the airbrush is super quick. That's another great selling point on the airbrush is that how fast it is and the longevity of it. I mean, it's gonna last all night long.
Does it last for the outdoors?
Oh, absolutely.
That Texas
That's
heat.
Yes, girl. That's what you have. I mean, that's why I'm like, if we're living in Texas, it's humid. We have to have an airbrush.
What are you
Exactly.
saying? No, Courtney's got your back.
I got your back. I got your back.
What about the hair? I mean, what do you do? Are you there, like, primping right
Heck
before
yeah.
she goes down the aisle?
Heck yeah. And we do
In the forest?
Yes.
In the woods?
Yes, and that's what I was saying. Like, we do have that fancy ultimate red carpet package that really gives them that, and we can stay with them until they walk down the aisle. Now, you know that package is a little bit more expensive, but I think that it's worth it to have somebody there with you, you know, to kind of pamper you the whole time. So.
Oh, Courtney, this has been so much fun, and I don't want to end this
Yes.
segment, but anything that you want to leave our brides with?
Don't forget to get your trial run done. Don't be afraid to spend that little extra money on your makeup and hair because it is very important. You're going to be looking at these pictures for the rest of your life, and God bless you in your marriage.
Courtney with Chiro Makeup and Hair. How do we get a hold of you? What's your website and your social media
Yeah,
channels?
so we are Chiro Makeup and Hair on Facebook, and then I think it's just Chiro Makeup on Instagram. I think somebody told me recently I need to like make sure those are the same, but you know,
We'll tag
I'm
you
different.
all your channels, all your channels.
And then we are ChiroWeddings.com.
Chiro Weddings.
ChiroWeddings.com. There you go.
My little jingle singer over here.
And please, let's leave today with you singing us something. Let's mic her real quick.
Yeah, let's mic her.
Something. This is impromptu.
Yeah.
This is
What
not
are you
scripted.
gonna
Sing?
Well, okay,
Wedding.
so
Something wedding-ish.
well, you need to sing from the wedding-ish, but also you need to sing your jingle, the one that's
Green sheet brings you buyers. That way.
Green sheet brings you back.
Let's see. What's the
Something
love song?
bridal. Something bridal.
How about I will always love you, Whitney?
there you go.
Just a little chorus.
Yeah.
And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Courtney, you're gonna have to do some touch up. I'm about to cry. And with that, we will be back with Bridal
Oh, I
Show
love you.
podcast. That was amazing.
No one's afraid to sing her with me, huh?
You gotta sing your tagline.
What'd you think, Louis?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
She's like, wait a minute.